Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Mission Recondition series here as we're wrapping up the first season of the Manchester United series. As today we're taking a look at some of the stats of the guys here on Man U, and of course taking a quick look here at possibly guys that would be showing up here for the team. As of course we're gonna get I'm already got season 2 in up on the channel here, but we're gonna take a little bit of a break, hiatus, and I'll explain why here in the video. But take a look here. We end the season with 103 points, there being the Premier League champions. The only thing that we did not win this season was the Carabao Cup, of course, that being caused by Liverpool knocking us out of that competition. But we did win the other major titles in English football, obviously FA Cup, as well as the Premier League and the Champions League. So we got the treble, and that's very nice to see, and especially for the team that started off, it wasn't we were considered in the top 10 for the Premier League, but not necessarily a team that was going to take it all. And we proved that here this season as you take a look at the rest of the Premier League. And I'm very happy with the guys here. And of course, we got some big changes coming up here because there's a lot of question marks about one man. That man happens to be Cristiano Ronaldo. Is he going to retire? There were signs that he was going to retire and be going off in the sunset here with a nice victory here. But I think with that win, and now of course winning the treble, I think for the most part here, I think he might be considering changing his mind. So if he does do so, we could he still has another year left on his contract. We could keep him around, and of course obviously that would kind of wreck some of the plans that I had, signing some some of the youth academy players here. We can sign some of the ones that we need for defensively, and of course our midfield. But there you see 44 goals here he scored in the Premier League, obviously breaking competition record there in Premier League in 31 matches. Fuentes right there behind him with 33. Kane of the Spurs with 23. Sterling, who we picked up in I believe it was the summer transfer window, which was really nice. Along with him, of course, I thought it was really cool. I was able to get him. Of course, we kept Rashford there as our wings, our left and right wings. So that was really cool to see. And I'm hoping that we can get some more great competition here with the money that we have coming from these competitions that we played in this season, and what we can do in the future is now really trying to build up the defensive side of things, build a really strong back line, at the same time progressing and getting the future players here on the team better as we go along. So we are working here lately, last couple episodes here, when it comes to training, been really trying to train the defensive side of the ball. So a lot of the fullbacks, that means the right back, center back, and left backs, really trying to make them strong and make them a huge asset for us for coming years. And that's really basically the upcoming guys that we're trying to really push forward, because we got a couple of those that I really want to get. Of course, as well as the goalkeepers as well. We didn't have as many clean sheets as I was hoping for, which is, of course, this is a Premier League. There's a lot of great teams that are going to have a lot of great players, and on both sides, on both offensive and defensive. But that's something we're looking into, is bringing some guys that can come in here and help us out in the goalkeeping side of things. But I think for the most part here, our goalkeeper that we do have, he's going to be around for at least another year or two. As De Gaulle, there you see 2 clean sheets only for him this season. But as you take a look here, just some more competition here as I'm yawning because I'm up very early trying to do this video here. And you see some of the other competition that we had in this season. It was a pretty good year. for us. I can't really complain. I was, really shocked and surprised that we were able to do what we were able to do, because there was times that I'm like, "Ooh, this could be really tough for us. This could be a really tough series to do." And of course, we are going to try to speed up the series here. I think we're going to try to lump more games involved, and of course, try to get more sims involved here as well. So, simming a lot more games, especially when it comes to some of the teams that are basically in the bottom half of the Premier League. Of course, you don't want to take any game for granted in the Premier League, but we're going to try to do our best to just try to play good competition here and bring out the best 11 guys that we can on the field, and really try to go to the next step when it comes to being a world-class elite team that we know we are, and that we're trying to be again here in the Premier League. So as you take a look here, there's just some stats right now that we're showing, both offensively and defensively, of all competitions. And of course, you can see the competitions being broke down from Carabao Cup, Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup. And you guys can, of course, pause the video there and score. Of course, if you want to know more, I will let you guys know who did what scoring. Obviously, we know who the best scorer was this year. It was Ronaldo. Great job there from him. And like I said, trying to at first when we started the series here, it said that he was willing to he was ready to retire. Well, of course, obviously, we've been playing great football here this year, and I think he feels like he has maybe a little more gas in the tank. Doesn't want to necessarily call it quits, and he wants to stick around. So that I guess that status that he had at the beginning of the year has changed. So, and of course, we are going to make some changes here with some team players here. We're gonna try to move some guys around. McGuire is probably one of the guys I know been talked about here since the very beginning of the series. That somebody I was looking at possibly moving and getting rid of, because a lot of you guys said that he was just not a great player at all. I can see that. In other ways too, I can see that he's one of those players that, for at least for right now, we kind of have to keep him around, because we don't really have a great, I don't have really the backfield type players, center fielders, left fielders, or center backs, left backs that I feel comfortable, bringing up and playing. And of course, for that to happen, they would obviously have to get on the pitch a lot more often. Of course, Punga, that's a tragic story. He's hurt for the remainder of the season there, and he's gonna be hurt in the start of the next season. So that's gonna be really tough. We also have, but we do have some players coming back. We've got Vanderbeek. He's gonna come back. He's gonna take that position there where Punga would have been at until he's officially, ready to come back and whatnot, which will be halfway through the season by the time he makes his return. I also too, I realized too when I was doing a lot of the simulation going the off season, that we're in the middle of the World Cup. Yes, the World Cup is in play, so there's a lot of players that are going to be gone. So when we start the preseason, which you'll see every single game, no commentary from me. It'll just be the games you guys can actually watch and see, and see, the commentary will come from the game. You'll see we have a lot of second string guys, maybe some third string, maybe even fourth string guys are going to be playing in that competition. So you'll see that here. We got every single game up to the point where we get knocked out, or if we get knocked out. I don't know. We'll have to see. But it's a tournament. There we'll actually be playing at some of the. It's a little combination. It's called the Americans Cup or the Americans Competition Cup or something like that. I can't remember exactly what the name was, but you'll see some of our guys there. We'll be playing against some MLS teams as well as some other. I think there's a combination of like English French, and Italian teams are all playing this competition along with some of the MLS squad there. So it's a great preseason competition. Earn some money to help our squad out. And of course, we'll be in, as we're in that, we'll be also in the what do you call the what is it? The transfer window. So we'll be in the summer transfer window. Obviously, going to make some try and make some big plans here to try to get our team better. And like I said, there's some minor changes that I do want to make for the team. Mostly, it's going to be on the defensive side of things. I just want to make sure we have a good back line. Of course, midfield. We're going to bring up some. There's going to be some players that are going to be that were gone last season that actually made a huge improvement into their abilities, what they can do on the pitch there, like Danny or Donnie, I should say. I can't remember if it's Danny or Donnie. Van der Beek, he's going to be back. He was with Everton last year. He's going to be back here. Like I said, he's taking on that spot over there for Ponga, who currently is out of play because of injury. But yeah, we're just going to make sure, we're playing very well. Marcel, there's a good chance, since Cristiano Ronaldo is going to be here, and of course, if Cristiano Ronaldo happens to be regressing, if he starts, going the opposite direction instead of, progressing, which, obviously, he's in his late 30s, early 40s. He's probably, start seeing some regression here. I don't think he'll regress too quickly, but I'm sure he'll start have some regression there. Then we got to start thinking of guys like this man right here, Richardson, as well as Marcel, and of course, other youth academy players that we've also been looking at as well, possibly bringing them up, and again, in competition-wise. So, we're going to make some changes here. You see, there's a couple players here that we're not going to bring back there. Lee Grant, obviously, we're not going to bring him back. Jesse, probably not. Mata, definitely we're not going to bring him back either. So we're going to let those guys go. Some of them got offers for free transfer. As you see, I think Jesse's one of those players that we're going to let go. It's just right now we just don't have the money. Not necessarily the money, but I feel like we just don't have a spot for them, and then they're kind of just their positions that they're holding right now are kind of like log jamming us. Because like I said, I want to inject some youth in here and make sure we get some of these younger players time to play and develop and get better over the course of the season. There you see some of the brand exposure that we have to do. Long term, with 3 seasons, signed 4 of the best players in the world, overall 82 plus. So we got a lot of different things that we got to try to master here and get ready and do as best as we possibly can. And of course, there you see some other things that we're gonna have to look at as well for the next couple of seasons. But I think for the most part here, I think we got a good team. We just got to try to continue building off in that, and try to find the best of the best. Obviously we're one of those top tier teams in the world that has quite a bit of money. I'm willing to spend some cash to bring in some big names, but at the same time, I'm trying to keep it realistic, and also too, I'm just trying to stay within budget and not just get too crazy, bringing in too many big names when it comes to British football. So I am looking at the transfer window. Like I said, we're looking for some big, some decent names here to help us out defensively there. I see a few names that I think they're going to be good for us, but I think for the most part here, I feel good. I feel like we can repeat. Maybe not win every single competition, but definitely also our biggest one is to, this whole series is about winning the Premier League first and foremost. So as you take a look here, we got some of the youth academy players there, and like I said, we got some talented players that I do want to bring up to the senior team and give them an opportunity to shine and show off what they can do, because we got some good guys. We got some really good players there. We got some nice overall, nice potential, and I really want to kind of get them involved here quickly, and get them on the pitch as often as we can, especially maybe not necessarily in Premier League competition, but like in Carabao Cup competition, mix them up in the FA Cup competition, and then if we can, if we need to, get them involved in Champions League competition there, just to show that they can see what they can do on the pitch and see what we can do. And like I said, that'll be all based on who we're facing, and where we're at in those competitions there. But I think for the most part here, I think we're gonna see some. I'm gonna really try to mix it up a lot with a lot of different players, and try to see what combination of players will work. Mix some of the youth academy players that we do call up with some of the veterans that we have on the team already. As you see here, just looking at some of the youth academy players that we're kind of releasing here, because their overall, or their potential, not overall, but their potential is not high enough for us. So I kind of want to change that and kind of get rid of some of those guys, and keep our guys, our scouts out there, keep looking for those, that next elite soccer player out there. And so far we found some pretty good ones there, but we also found a couple of duds as well. So and that's you kind of hit and miss. You can't always have the best ones out there to help you out and whatnot. So we're gonna try to do our best to find the best of the best, and get them trained up and get them here in Manchester, so we can get them on the pitch as quickly as we can. We got a couple of 15-year-olds as well. I'm really surprised. I'm really not surprised, but I'm really fascinated with some of the 15-year-olds that we have. I just cannot wait till as soon as they turn 16. I really want to get them called up and get them on the team as quickly as possible. And we have I think we have 2 or 3 of those right now that probably can. And right now I think there's 2 of them that are midfielders, and I think one of them is I think it's a winger, or I think he might be a striker. Can't really remember. But take a look here at the Champions League. These are the 3 teams that will be coming in next season: Sheffield, Stockport City, and Fulham. Those will be the teams that will be coming up next season for the Premier League. So we'll see some of those. Of course, we've played Sheffield United. I've played against them before in other series. And same with Fulham there. So, I'm kind of familiar with those squads there. And I cannot wait to see what this other competition can do. And of course, you can't take those competitions lightly, because they can shock and awe you real quick early on. So, we got to keep our toes, keep ourselves on our toes, and make sure that we're ready for any type of competition that comes our way. And of course, as you see here, I already talked about the preseason here. There you see the preseason cover. Oh, yeah, it's called the American Challenge Cup. So that's the one we're going to go for there. And you see New England, Philadelphia in that competition, as well as look at a couple of German, Italian, and English squads there. But we're gonna be in that competition. Like I said, you guys will see the competition in full. And of course, there's some players that we did get rid of there. You see Jesse; he's now left, and he's gone to another squad there. So nice to see our guys that that we didn't feel like we could do anything with, or just simply like, hey, no hard feelings, nothing against you, but we just kind of want to move on. We want to look at we got some other younger competition that we really feel like we got to push and get up there and give them opportunities, just like we gave them opportunities to play. And so that's what we did. So we got rid of some of the guys here. Some of them, like this young man right here, we didn't necessarily, we just put on loan. He's on loan right now, so we didn't let too many guys go, but the ones we did, I think we're happy. I think we're we made the right choices. You never know what may happen. You know, he might blow up and take off and do something special. This might be the year that he might have the best year of his career. But then other times too, if they're regressing a lot, you know, you can see it. It's like, yeah, you're about a season away from this. You know, this might be the season you might end up retire early or so midway through the season. So we're not gonna, you know, we're gonna try to do our best to avoid that. Phil Jones, you see, he's now part of Leicester's Leeds there, so he's gonna be there. And of course, Tyler Chandler, the 18-year-old. Unfortunately, we had to let him go. He just wasn't not doing anything for us. So Ross County picked him up there. So he is going to be playing for them this season. So yeah, tough break. But like I said, that's part of the monster here. You know, we got to find the best players that we can and put the best 11 out there. Of course, we got to have, you know, some decent backups that can help us out and do what they can do, what they can do best there on the field. So as we see here, here's a couple of new objectives here that we've gotten. Some are the same ones we've seen towards the end of the last season, and of course, you know, obviously, you know, we got a couple of here that are new, and we're gonna try our best. So far, I mean, I've hidden most of the targets that they've been asking us to do. Thank goodness we don't have a youth academy thing, which for right now, I think we're pretty good right now. I think I feel comfortable for our youth academy. I think we got a good youth academy players right now. We got a buttload of them that just we don't have that much time for you know, put them on we can't put them all on the field. So we're trying our best to get a lot of guys that are going to be on loan and get them on loan and see what they can do outside of the Premier League, and see what they can do, you know, helping themselves out and try to get better, as you know, better as players, and you know, just overall, just you know, get themselves up to the next level, and you know, be future starters for us. In order to do that, we got to get them out there. So a lot of players I did put on the transfer on loan transfer line wire there, and of course a lot of them said, hey, you know, coach, thanks so much. Thank you so much for you know, letting me or give me the opportunity to kind of seek outside the club and play somewhere else. And that's what we did with a lot of our youth academy players, and we're going to continue doing that throughout really throughout the season. You know, because you know, just because you don't get your players or the players you want on transfer window or during the transfer window, you know, the summer transfer window, you can always still get them through for the winter transfer window. So as you take a look here, there you see that's going to be the first game in the American Challenge Cup. It's going to be Inter. We're going to play against them, and like I said, you'll see all the competition there from all the preseason stuff here on the channel, and they should be up here in the next couple of days. I will say I will say probably after this video, there will probably be a slight hiatus of the series for a while, and then we'll get into the competition here, or vice versa. We'll get into the competition, and then there'll be a hiatus, and we'll get season 2. I do have some of season 2 already recorded, but depending on when the hiatus is going to start, because I want to get back into football or baseball, and of course, you know, we're doing a lot of MLB The Show here on the channel. And of course, I want to get some stuff done over on the main channel as well. So a little bit of hiatus from this series, but we will get back into it. And of course, like I said, we will jump start it and get quickly getting back into it here with a lot of simming and just seeing how the season goes for season 2. So we'll see if we can try to repeat as the Premier League champions, if we can do so here. Because that is the objective of this series, is try to be, how many times can we be Premier League champions, and so far we've won it for 1 year. So but we'll see coming up. Like I said, here season 2. Like I said, it'll start very soon. Keep close to the channel and also on Twitter to find out when the season 2 will start. I should have a date sometime here soon when I'm gonna actually release those videos. So, but guys, again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for supporting this series, and please continue supporting the series. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new, and hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series here on the channel. And of course, follow us here on our social media down below, and of course here on YouTube. And of course, don't forget our soccer series. We got a lot of good soccer series over there on the main channel over on ESGNet. As always, guys, have a great day. Keep yourself healthy, and I will see you all next time.